the illusion what to say to you.
Morning. Gonna eat my breakfast. Got what even are they? They're bagels, like the cinnamon raisin ones. They're really good. So as you see behind me, everything is finished. The wire cover-upper thing, cable tidy, came yesterday. So it came in a metre strip. It wasn't a strip, it's really hard actually. And I had to use our hacksaw to get it down to the right size. I didn't actually use that much of it, maybe about 20 centimetres, probably. I didn't measure it, I just did it by hand. But it looks good. Look how nice and neat and tidy it looks. I haven't got anything to go on the shelves or on here yet, other than like a couple of books. So I need to figure that out. I don't really have anything. I haven't got anything to go on there. All of the books that I want to put on there are already on there really. Maybe got a couple more upstairs, but I want the nicer books, like the hardbacks and any sort of special book. I want them on there, and then I'm thinking some like photo frames and some vases of flowers and stuff. Okay, done with breakfast. Forgot to say that I did do a time lapse. I will put it in here as I'm talking. I did a time lapse of me trying to attach it to the wall. It wasn't actually that tricky, but I had to move some of the wires around to kind of accommodate for the big chunk of plastic that I was trying to stick on the wall. It was pulling, particularly the TV wire, so it wouldn't go straight. So it did take me a while, and I had to rejig some of the wires around to try and get it completely straight. And then I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go and get the spirit level, because this is just, whatever I do, it's just not gonna be perfect. I did it with the spirit level, and I wanted to do it by myself and be like independent woman using the saw and stuff. So I did it, stuck it to the wall, and then I realized that I had done it a little bit to the left. It should have been a bit more centered, but I mean, you can't really tell, and especially when the sofa arrives. We've got an L sofa. Our sofa's coming on Friday. I had a text last week to book delivery, and I tried calling them, I tried messaging them on their website multiple times, and I just couldn't get through. This is Sofology. Monday morning I sat on the phone for ages trying to get through, and eventually I got through. It took 2 minutes for them to say, oh yeah, you can have it on Friday. We were like, yes, we will have it on Friday because we've got this futon. And I keep saying I hate it, but in reality, we would have just had a couple of uncomfortable, well, they're not uncomfortable, not the snuggliest garden chairs to sit on. We were quite lucky that Sam's parents had this futon that we could borrow. So really, I'm very grateful to have had the futon, but it's not doing my back any favors, and it isn't the comfiest. It kind of dips in quite a lot. So I've had to sort of stack up some pillows so I can have a straighter back. Fun adult topic for you. Over the weekend, we planted the roses because we have a lot of building work going out the front, and I don't like being out the front when all of the workmen are walking back and forth. It's a bit like, don't look at me. They just kept falling down. They were put in the back garden just while we were waiting to plant them. But where we live is so incredibly windy that they would fall down like 3-4 times a day, and the soil was going everywhere, so we really needed to get them planted. And they look lovely. They're just outside the front of the house, so I've got one on either side of the door, and then eventually I'm going to paint the front door as well. I want to paint it like a sagey green colour. And the 2 roses we bought are both pink. One's a lighter pink. No, they're both pink, but one of them, they've got funny names. So one's the Mill on the Floss, and one is the Aldwick, or Alnwick, because it's really hard to say. The Mill on the Floss one, I think, comes out pink and then it slowly turns white, and then the other one is just pink, but they're quite light medium pink. I just wanted it to look really cute and inviting, so that's why we went with 2 rose bushes. They'll grow quite big. They'll be about 4 foot each of them. Plants are expensive. A lot of the roses that we looked at were £50 a pot for a rose bush. We didn't get those ones. And they weren't nicer than the ones that we got anyway. So it might just be a more expensive breed of rose. Is it a breed of rose? Type of rose? Species of rose? Much happier with it than how it was before. I'll insert a clip of what it was like before. It was just so horrible. Because it's a new build. They just sort of, I felt like they just planted whatever they happened to have. And the plants that they had were just horrible and spiky, and they looked like weeds, and they were just... Sam is out for the majority, so I was potentially going to paint the staircase. I bought some black paint the other day from B&Q, black wood paint to do the banister. The chunkier bits and the top railing, I don't want to do all the little bits of railing in the middle. And then the rest I'm going to keep white. I think it will just stand out a bit more. I've seen a lot of people do this on Pinterest, Instagram, and it looks really, really nice. And our hallway is just very white, cream, neutral. It needs kind of like a pop of something. And we did buy loads of, I think I vlogged this the other day. When we went back to B&Q, I bought loads of slabs of oak, and we're gonna make a radiator cover. However, I couldn't get the right wood to make the frame. Nothing was big enough. So I need to make a rectangular frame to go over the top of the radiator, and then all of these slats are gonna go on the front of it. So I've got the slats, but I just haven't got those pieces of frame. So I'm gonna have to get them specially cut. I've got a delivery coming at, I'm gonna say 1 to 2-ish today, of some bunny tails. I don't mean literal rabbit tail. I mean, it's a type of like dried flower where the end of it's really like poofy, like a bunny tail. Hence the name. A couple of rope door stops to go down here. The one I've bought is really pretty. It's from Hudson Home. It's just a nice aesthetic doorstop. Things you get excited about when you're an adult, doorstops. I might also take myself into town and go around the shops, because I haven't done that. I haven't been out by myself since like March, which seems crazy because it's July, but lockdown, and more things are starting to open now, so I might have a little wander around. I do realise I babble quite a lot when I'm vlogging, so apologies for not actually getting to the point, but we did manage to finish this. I didn't vlog it because we were getting very, very stressed and we were just arguing the whole time, and I just thought, I don't want to vlog right now because this is just stressful, this is too much. So we ended up putting like 8 or so big plaster fixings, I don't know terms, into the wall that sort of separate out on the other side, so it's super secure. And that is on a frame, big metal frame. It's sitting on that to keep it against the wall. And then that's my little wire cover there. So everything is all plugged in with an extension lead in here, so everything is completely covered up, which just speaks to me. Look, there's just nothing. So neat and tidy. Perfect. It took 2 days, but it's done, it's perfect. It's exactly what we wanted and it's beautiful. This took an hour. This took like no time at all. I've got my beautiful, beautiful Japan book. This is gorgeous. The recipes in here are just insane. I really need to sit down with it and go through it. And then that's just Sam's fancy Dracula. I do love these covers. I'd like to get a couple more to go on here just because they look beautiful. And that's our Lumos book. Doesn't work so well in the daylight, but there is a light there. And then you just do knocks. Eee. So we're gonna paint, I'm gonna paint these pillars, this top bit as well, the whole thing, and then this part of the rail. This bit I'm gonna leave. Be nice to keep most of the white, but it'll just be a bit more stand out and it'll tie in with the light and stuff. Not to pretend like this isn't a mess in here. This is the old unit and that is our shelf for the shed that is coming next week. So we'll be building that for the garden, obviously. And we still need to get one of those from IKEA. I still need to order them actually, order the prints that I want in there. It's another job for today. From researching, I found that satin and glosses were better because it's such a high traffic area that if I were to use matte, it would just get dirty and you see finger marks really quickly. So I've gone with the satin. So hopefully that won't be too shiny because I don't like shiny things. Still very much feeling this room. I love it. Oh, I got a new pillowcase. I don't know if I vlogged that already. This is from H&M, same as the green ones. It is just a creamy colour. I feel like I just wanted one more to finish it off and kind of cover up the pillows. However, I'm not sure if it matches with the grey behind it, so I might play around with them, but I mean, it's not always gonna look like that anyway. It'll have different bedding on. I don't know. I like it. As soon as we got the TV up, I think we went to bed. But the next day we watched Hamilton on Disney Plus. I went to see it in March with my brother and it was amazing. So I was very excited to see the original Broadway version and didn't disappoint. It was amazing and I've had the soundtrack on ever since. I have mainly learnt the rap to Satisfied. I just kept singing it and Sam was like, can you please just Google the lyrics? Because if you get that bit right, then it'll be fine. But you keep messing up on the same bit and it's getting really annoying. So please just learn it. So I've kind of learned it now. It's going to be coming out at karaoke parties, that's for sure. So, I really fancied some sort of cheesy pasta and I'm lactose intolerant. So, I've Googled a recipe and I'm going to see how it goes. It's like a creamy garlic pasta. So all I do, I just Google, I think of what food I have or what I want and I'll just Google that. and I'll just follow a recipe. So it's garlic cream sauce with pasta. Love garlic. Non-dairy milk. We've got almond, nutritional yeast. It looks like fish food, but it does work. Flour, salt, pepper, chili, lemon and basil. I have all of that. I don't think this is going to take very long. None of the highest hopes, but it does smell really good. Just wanted like cheesy pasta. Too much to ask. The lemon that you have to add at the end gives it a weird, like, weird kick. But it's nice. Not that cheesy. Should have added more yeast flakes, but I just added the recipe. The more I get into this, the better it is, because I'm getting the chili kick. I don't think I put the basil on top. I don't think that really adds anything. I'd probably add more chili, more yeast flakes for the cheesy flavour. But actually, it's really good. It's always the days when I plan to do loads and loads of stuff that I don't do any of them. I don't know why I do this. I'm like chief procrastinator today. All I've done is watch YouTube and Netflix, and I really should be doing some more things. I don't want to. Just made myself coffee and I'm feeling a little bit tired. It's a different kind of angle. Please, if you can see this washing up, please ignore the washing up. I'll do it later. It's fragile on it. I don't think it's particularly fragile. Door stops. I'd seen these and showed my mum, and she was like, oh. So yeah, ordered my mum ones. I've got two. Oh, they are huge. They look like ship ropes. Oh, like bowling balls. Oh, they're nice. I mean, I expected good things. I've seen some pictures of them and they look so nice. Oh, perfect. So that's that. How nice is that? That was, oh, it's well heavy. That was £15. But I got, I think it's 10% off. You know, like when you join a website and you get 10% off like, the first order, and gives that sort of thing. I also bought the bunny tails. 2 minutes, let's not do that. How do I get this open? I'm impatient and I want to open them. Oh, they are so beautiful. I don't think I can show them on here. They're so pretty. This feels like a better option. There we go. My beautiful bunny tails. These are bleached bunny tails actually. They're normally a little bit more brown than this. Oh my god, look how much they're molting already. Ugh, that's gonna be so annoying. That was a good haul. These were from Hudson Home. I've never heard of them before, and I've definitely never shopped there before, but they do have some really nice little bits, homeware, that are kind of a bit more interesting. All that's suggested on my YouTube is Disney stuff. I'm not shocked. It's really horrible and miserable outside. It's just been pouring all morning, and I think I've said this before, but I am so affected by weather that it's just making me a bit like, don't want to do anything. But anyway, we had our delivery yesterday from Hudson Home, which had the doorstop. Can you see it in the shop? No, doorstop's there, and bunny tails. I've been trying to separate them because so many were in the bunch that I ordered that I thought I could probably split it across 2 vases. So I did run to Asda's very last minute yesterday, Asda Living. I went about 6:30 and they shut at 8, and they had 1 vase left, so I picked up the very last one, brought it home. I love the shape of it, I love the style of it. I'm not certain on the colour because it's like a bluey grey, and the rest of the room, well, not the rest of the room, but this is more of a cream grey, so it doesn't quite match. So I'm trying to debate whether I want to keep it with the blue tinge or buy this spray paint from Rust-Oleum that's textured. You can get one that's like cream, but you spray it and then it looks like it's covered in, not stones, but it looks kind of, it has a rough texture, like kind of like sandpaper. So I already have a cream one, and I've just put them in there, and I think that looks really nice. So that could probably go on the TV rather than that one. I just think I want something there to try and elevate it a bit. I still need to dress the shelves, but I don't know what to put on them. I haven't really got anything. I've brought some things down like candles and bits that I've just got lying around, but I think that's going to be more of a collect things and put them there as you go, because I want some photo frames and I don't have any. I'm thinking maybe like a print, but again I don't have that, so I want I want to try and get a couple of them organised, but I think it's gonna take a while for me to get them exactly how I want them. I cut them all and put them in that one last night, and they do create quite a lot of mess when you're cutting them down to the size that you want. But then it's good that they come that size so that you can cut them to whatever size you want. I was supposed to paint the stairs yesterday and that didn't happen, so again, that's a job for today. But it's so dark in the hallway that me sitting in there using black paint, it just doesn't seem like the happiest option. I'd rather do it when the sun's out a little bit more and it's brighter in there. Just quickly, I also bought this in my local home centre is now open, and I went in there for some cushions because our sofa is arriving on Friday, and they had nothing, like absolutely nothing. I just wanted a cream buccal textured cushion. I bought the 2 linen-y style cushions from IKEA, so I thought a cream would look quite nice because it's a light grey sofa. But anyway, I went past this and just thought, yeah, you're coming with me, and it was £4. But I love this sort of glazed, textured, but this is just my favourite texture. It's the perfect colour as well, so. It's sofa day. We've just cleared out the entire living room, moved everything over, got everything out of the way so that it's ready for the guys to just come in, assuming they're guys, for them to just come in and chuck it in the corner. It's completely empty now, it looks really weird. And then once that's in, I'm gonna want to sit on it though, aren't I? I was gonna say once that's in, I'm gonna carry on with this black post. I've got to paint the rest of it. I did go to B&Q yesterday and picked up some newer paintbrushes. They are much better quality. They're the ones I originally had, and then I bought a pack of really crap ones without realising. But I bought one that's got a bit of a curve. I bought a tiny little one for all the intricate bits, and then a regular 50mm one to get the actual width of it. So I'm hoping this will be good for all the more intricate bits, and then all of the edges and the main bits. So I've kitted myself out, so I should be fine. That's the job for later. Yesterday we just went to B&Q, we went and did a food shop, and then we went to Leeds Castle with my friend. We just had a wander around the grounds with her dog and it was lovely. Today is back to DIY. I've been given the call, unfortunately, so I'm back to work next week. So I start back on Tuesday. It's currently Thursday. So I've got the weekend to try and get the last little bits done that I want to before I start back. It's gonna really reduce the amount of hours I have to actually work on the house, which sucks, but it's life, isn't it? I can't be like this forever. Lockdown has definitely changed my schedule. I won't be working the same hours, and it's a start, I suppose. Everyone's slowly like getting back into the swing of things, and each company are gonna do it completely differently, so it's gonna be an interesting week next week. But anyway, sofa is due any minute. Literally he can knock up right now. They will probably bring it around the front because it's just a bit easier. Yeah, I think I'll film the empty space now just before they come in, just to give you an idea of what it looks like. So this is the old futon that we've dismantled, and then this is where the sofa is going to go. Coffee table is going to go back where it was beforehand because we like it there. It's an L-shaped sofa, so it should come round like this. Should be nice. We've not actually sat on it because we just ordered it online, so I'm hoping it will actually be nice when it arrives. If not, we're stuck with it anyway, so if we hate it, we hate it. This is just the realities right now. Random chair that's probably going to live in our bedroom. Random garden furniture that's doubling up as a dining table. Old TV unit. Old futon. Oh, and I also need to get the pictures done for this. I really need to do that today. Yes, it's here. We have a sofa! Look it! Can we get in there? Look at it! Oh my god, it's huge!
It is pretty huge.
It's very poofy. Don't sit on it. Oh. I'm gonna do a collective sit.
Oh.
It's really big.
Little cat.
Oh, okay, we're gonna do a collective jump.
Hang on, sorry.
I mean, obviously I'm going to change the cushions because they're a little bit garish, but how pretty. It's got these beautiful little silver stand. And then we've ordered it with this bookcase thing down the side. Extra storage, and it's a really nice wood. A really dark mahogany, and then it's the light grey sofa with 4 scatter cushions, but again, I'm going to change them. Oh, it looks so fluffy! You go for that bit, I'll go for that bit then. Ready?
3,
Ready?
2, 1.
Ah!
Oh yeah.
Oh, it smells like new sofa.
That's what.
Oh my god. Look at this length that I have. Oh my day. Ah! Yes.
Comfort if YouTube.
Pardon?
With the deburry thing, we always just don't do that.
The deburry thing. On my sofa.
Can both stretch out.
Yeah, we've both got our legs straight out. I've got so much space. This is so
It
cozy.
needs to be short.
Oh my god. I mean, we've got no room left for a dining table.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
But pros and cons. I did measure it and try and make it fit, but we're gonna have to get a small dining table. This room is tiny. I mean, it looks big. It's actually quite a big room, but I mean, once you start getting furniture in it.
Well, we're just not used to it as well, are we?
No.
And like you said, the cushions will depoof.
They will depoof.
They'll squish.
They're very fluffy right now, the flavor. And he said that will go down. But I've had that with the mattress before. When I ordered the mattress, it was like up to the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then eventually it does dip down. This is great. It's like the perfect size, isn't it? I mean, it's huge. It's huge. We're not left with that much space. But if we get a dining table with a bench, then we'll have space.
I'll make a sausage sandwich, I think.
Okay.
Would you like one?
I'll just turn it on. No, I don't want one. Thank you.
ruined the shot.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna have some crisps though. These cushions are, I think, filled with down, and there are 4 of them. So there's these 2, and then a flat one, and this one. These are not too bad, but I don't like this texture, so I'm gonna try and get rid of that. But then the back is the same as the sofa, so I want to keep that, but I don't want to keep this. So I'm gonna figure out how to change them. Maybe I'll just have it like that way around for the time being. That would work. Hey, instantly better.
No, I like the dodgy shapes.
Flip it around, please. It's now really cold in here because we had the back door open for such a long time. I'm freezing, so I've put on my jumper. Well, as much as I'd like to sit on the sofa all day, can't actually do that. I'm gonna go and carry on with the painting of the stairs. I need to continue taping. I bought frog tape, is that the right word? I think it's a frog tape. It's like a yellow tape that I'm going around all of the banisters with, so I don't get the black everywhere. It's a little bit tedious, I'm not gonna lie about it, but if it stops the black paint getting everywhere, then obviously I've got to do it. So I'm gonna carry on with that and then paint. And then I want to spray paint a few bits. I bought this spray paint yesterday. Right, I bought it on Amazon, so it came yesterday. It's this Rust-Oleum Stone Effect, so it's got a texture, this like weird stony texture that I want to spray paint this vase with because I like it, but I've never liked the shininess of it. And also I went to Asda's the other day and bought this one, and I love the shape of it, but I don't like the colour. It's like a blue toned grey, and everything else in the room is like a creamy grey rather than blue. So I'm thinking I'm going to paint this. I like the matte smooth effect, so I'm going to paint it black. I know. Can't get enough of the black spray paint. It's just so strange having this in here. It takes up so much room, and we've been so used to having it just empty. Well, no, there's still a lot of space here, and once that moves back over, it'll be better. I flipped the cushions around, and I think it looks a lot nicer, actually. So if I move these, I think they're supposed to go in there, but I quite like that corner being open. Something like that. Yeah, I will get rid of those middle cushions. I'm not a fan of them. We do want to get a lamp in here, but I want to get a thin one that will just come up and then be in the corner. But we've got a lot of plug sockets and stuff down here, so I don't want to cover it too much. Look how nice this bookshelf is. It's like an integrated shelf. I'm now thinking that maybe we should have done the bookshelf on both sides. You could have them on either both or none. And I went with that because I thought it's tucked away. If you wanted to hide any books or any remote controls, wires, it can all go on that shelf and then it's just covered. I think it probably would have been helpful getting the shelf on there as well, because when we do eventually get the dining room table, it could have been useful for like posters and things like that. It would have been quite useful for. Then again, it makes it nice and tidy. That's why I didn't put one there, because I thought it would just get messy. I don't know, I mean, what we've got is what we've got, and I'm really, really happy with it. It's so, so nice. Look at it.